Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. Today we're going to be getting started by playing a game that I have never played before. So I might need to do a little finagling on my side to get things up and running. And it's finally a game that's not Arkham City. God, it's been like a month before I can say that. Anyways, let's get started, shall we? Hello there. Hi, Meowly. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Don't forget to drop your Twitch links when you put... I generally don't. I should start doing that. Oh boy. Yeah, well, at least the audio is being captured. Alright, is it working yet? There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gone Home. A game that's released over a decade ago and is widely considered to be one of the best exploration mystery-solving games of its time. We take the role of a girl returning home from a one-year-long trip abroad, only to discover that her house is completely empty. It's up to us to explore this house, find its secrets, and discover what happened to everybody. I did this for a test run a long time ago. I haven't gone at all into the story. This is going to be a completely blind playthrough. Let's get started. Yes. But yeah, I'm going to start posting the Twitch links alongside things now, Meowly. I'm hoping that this won't be too long of a stream today. 4 hours, maybe 6 at the most.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
.15 in the morning. Alright, let's see. Options here. Yep, gameplay. Display subtitles. Perfect. Kaitlin Greenbriar, Portland, Oregon, Flight 270, June 6, 1995. Oh, it looks like it's coming down out there. It's a cop. Okay. Hee Christmas lights. The Christmas duck. $5.99. Ooh, there's a key in here. Is the... Okay, whoa, that's... Let me just mess with the sensitivity a little bit. That's better. Is the house open? Locked. Okay. I'll take the house key. And this time I'll put the duck back. Oh. Let's head inside. Well, at least the power's on. No one's home. Wellspring Movers Incorporated invoice. Terrace Greenbriar. Terrence moved out. DeForest Grove, Oregon. No, from Forest Grove to Boone County. Overweight.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
Aw. So this is the new home, I guess. Journal, check map, items. Journal. Oh, so this is more than a year ago. Okay. Alright, let's do some snooping around. Lots of bills, I'm guessing. Note. Directions to work for new house. Huh? Okay. Okay, closet. Got a flashlight in here? Front hall. Ah. That's really starting to come down. Over the Alps. Goodfellow High. Takelma County Forestry Service. Conservationist, huh? Okay. Someone upstairs? God, this place is huge. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it, so it's either good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch out on probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Oop. Am I going to barf? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. I think Todd's going to come so he can see if that's okay. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. This place is already huge. Art studio, huh? I'll come back to this. The attic. Sam's dark room. Do not enter if the red lights are on. Oh, okay. Alright, let's head back downstairs and search the bottom floor. Very nice big house. Bathroom. Author magazine. 50 contests with up to 21,000 in prizes. Stephen King critiques the author of feedback. Get published The Secret. Cleansing powder. Alright. Surprised there's not a flashlight or something. And again, I can just go around and turn all the lights on. Ah, the most stolen book in history. My old track trophy. Regional track and field finals. Girls long jump event. First place. Hee, the candied skull. Ah, Dia de los Muertos. Regional track and field finals. Girls 100-meter relay. First place. Very active woman, that's for sure. Okay, that's locked. Telephone books. Wow, I haven't seen one of those in ages. All right. Worldwide timetable, effective June 1994. Katie's departure, 7/6/94. So she left for Amsterdam. She was gone for an entire year. Sam, Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were... Ah! Hey, when you want to play games when you're a kid, you gotta make sacrifices, like hanging out with a weirdo.
Sam. Sam. Hello? Sam! Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
What the hell?
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
I wasn't told this was a horror game. Oh, good. More rooms to explore. Another closet? Really? Heavens to Betsy, one of the people who made the music for this game. Welcome, new student. We hope that you are excited about your first day at Goodfellow High as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you on your first day of classes so that you can get right into the swing of things. One folder with pockets for each of your 6 class periods. One lined notebook per period or one large notebook with 6 divided sections. At least 6 pens, blue or black ink, and 6 pencils. 1 box of colored pencils. God, how often do we use those? A standard combination lock for your locker, a nutritious lunch or $2.50 for a lunch provided by the school cafeteria, highway robbery, and a positive attitude. Please remember to get plenty of sleep the night before and be ready for the first bell to ring at 8 a.m. See you soon, and again welcome, Beth Valance, the principal.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class, and I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
The what? $2.50 for a meal isn't half bad. Back in my day, it was $2. It's one of the postcards I sent. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. I'm in Paris. I have done many Parisian things, including eating le petit déjeuner and wearing a beret. I'm going to have lots of film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company since you are my favorite sister. Love you all, Katie. But on Thursdays we had... Oh, hell yeah. We had pizza every day, but for me it was stuffed crust pizza on Thursdays. Ooh, that's neat. That's a neat little cabinet. That's a neat little hidey hole. Obituary. Oscar Mason, 60 of Boone County, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Mason was a... Okay, Weather, thank you for interrupting me. Now you crave pizza? Rip. Oh, damn it. Mr. Madison was born on September 8th, 1933, in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone County. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside of his home. A service will be held on this Sunday at the First Methodist Church at 1 p.m. All are welcome. The survivors include his nephew, Terrence Greenbriar, as well as, in spirit, the people of Boone County to whom he provided wellness and comfort. Terrence is our father. Is this our uncle's house? Why is it known as the Psycho House? Will you stop that, Weather?
Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
No shit. A little late for that game. Alright, before I come in here and search around this area, nope, it's this way, Shackle. It's this way. What's this? Hey, are you the new girl, Sam? I'm Tommy. I'm at the back behind you. Wave if you get this in right back. Hi, Tommy. Yes, I'm Samantha, and yes, I'm new. What's up? I just thought that since you're new, maybe you could use a friend. I don't have a lot of friends either, and so I thought I'd ask something, if you don't mind me. Y/N, also typo. No, I don't mind. What do you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went psycho, or does it run in the fit? Why Huh? What is going on here? Can I read what's in the binder? No? John Russell opened his eyes and saw them, the stars, twinkling as if he were laying on the grass in his family's yard in Massachusetts, even though that place was a million miles away. No, he blinked the sleep from his eyes, looking through the carbon-reinforced safety glass of the space station Archimedes. Yes, he was a long way from home, but the future needed him. John Russell's head swam. He felt incredibly drunk despite not having touched a drop in hours. He vomited onto his feet, his bare feet. He stared for a moment, processing his sick flecked toenails. Scanning up his bare shins, bare knees. He was completely naked. He looked up and met the eyes of a gorgeous blonde woman wearing a tight polymer fiber tunic. The fabric was sustained at the seams to contain her generous bosom, was emblazoned with the phrase, "Matter Transference Operator." Then he passed out. John Russell had crossed the gap in time. Only messages have passed before. That's another typo, but now, a man. They needed him, now more than ever. Changing the past was no longer good enough. The instructions from the council had been clear. What to procure, what to construct from it, how to assemble it. So he made the machine, now to transport him bodily or boldly across time, and now he stood there on the bridge of the starship Archimedes, command of the vessel, because only he who had saved the president's life twice before could helm the naive crew to their destiny, the fate of the galaxy. There's a lot of typos in this. We can do better. Back to basics. Sent back in time to Dallas, 1963 again. What if JFK wasn't JFK? Early spaceflight utopia, advanced technology, and World War II early. Time stream 2 different. JFK president, US plus USSR coalition. Paradox results in JFK death being desired outcome. Record JFK off HBO. Magic Bullet Theory, Lone Gunman, X-Files, Check with Sam. Is he writing a conspiracy theory about the state of emergency in Dallas, canceled motorcade? JFK poisoned, kidnapped, injured. Intercept LHO in USSR. LHO killed in Marines. Why not disrupt the motorcade minutes before LHO can fire? Grassy Knoll steamroll. He's trying to prevent any and all opportunities for JFK being assassinated? Is this a book, or? Pioneer CLD D703 combination laserdisc compact disc player. MSRP $1,000 for a computer? Back in the day, this would be expensive as hell. This is like a several $1,000 computer nowadays. Wait, this isn't... It's not even a computer. It's just a CD player. What the actual hell? The Killing of JFK, a theory. You've seen the movie, discover the truth. Will you stop that? You're gonna give my viewers a heart attack. Crestwell Insurance Agency, Incorporated. Electrical inspection form. The wiring in the house is technically up to all safety and amperage requirements. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added into the structure over the last 100 years. System is frequently unpredictable. Lights blink out for no clear reason. Pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupts circuits wired directly behind the surface. Properly reworking the electrical system would be highly destructive to the walls, floor, and fixture of the structure. After discussion with Mr. Greenbriar, since there are no current safety concerns, these issues will not be addressed. Huh. Well, at least it's all electrically at the board. Would hate to have an electrical fire in this old place. What year was JFK assassinated in again? '63. Damn. Look at this library. Holy shit. It's a very nice home. Dad's second book. The Accidental Pariah. So our dad's a writer. Okay. Fresh true stories. I was a teenage drag queen. Readers tell us about their worst moments. It wouldn't be one of my streams without this. Just a second. There we are. 90210. Does anybody still care? The male gaze, how to subvert it. Not gathering moss. Gossip magazine. I'm guessing the book didn't sell all that well. Stranger under my roof. Understanding teens, huh? Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theater Aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. David's known you for a long time and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for all of his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Oh, 0451. Okay, glad I saw that before I closed it. 0451. Kubelik and Wise, attorneys at law. Dear Mr. Mason, please find enclosed your original document and a typed copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Will and Testament of Oscar Mason. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after a full survey of valued items to my name, do hereby declare this my last will and testament. The following shall hold true upon my passing. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. I declare I have no outstanding debts to my name to any creditors, living or dead. I do hereby bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at 1 Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts to Terrence L. Greenbriar, Jr. of Ellis County. In the event that said Terrence L. Greenbriar, Jr. should predecease me, then and in such events, the bequest to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children, as ordered by age and competence as stewards of the estate. I subscribe my name to this will this 13th day of August 1973 at the offices of Boone County Court Registrar Oscar Mason. It's just the same thing again. It's just the will. Okay, does that help me? If so, how? Well, I don't think there's anything left we can do here. Let's head into the TV room now. That's more like it. Let's not get copyright struck, please. Ooh. Terry, hey man, how have you been? I know you're a published author and everything now, but my editor at Hi-Fi Aficionado has too much review work to go around and he's looking for another freelancer. Naturally, I thought of you. You were saying in your last letter how much of a pain it has been trying to find a publisher for your latest work of literature, and writing stereo reviews is dead simple. Sit at home with a glass of scotch, listen to some records, and write up how it sounds, and then get paid. I've included some issues of the mag to use in examples. If you're interested, send me some writing samples to my editor and tell him how your old college chum Mike sent you. Here's the address. Huh. Oh my god, VHS tapes. Oh, relics of a bygone era. Oh, man. I still have some of my old tapes. Mom's old work mug. Oh my god. Unsolved Mysteries, Diagnosis Murder. God. Those are some oldies. Of course it's empty. Useless. Oh? Hold on. I can't read it in the dark. Hi, Terry. Enclosed, please find a Pioneer CLD D703 unit with remote and cables. We need a half-page review for the October issue. So that gives you about 2 weeks to get us the copy for edit. Standard stuff like you gave us on the CLD D502. It's a combi player, so check its CD playback with a few discs, as well as Laserdisc, and they want us to definitely hit the signal-to-noise ratio and toss link stuff for high-end buyers. Looking forward to your take on it. Enjoy the unit. So he was reviewing... He was reviewing the CD player? Oh, the VCR is gone. The heaven at the edge of the world, Samantha Greenbriar, the turtle people, from grade 2. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. It was the black pirate ship, she yelled. I thought we lost them at Horse Island, the first mate said. Looks like you thought too soon. The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out to the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar. Captain Allegra yelled back, Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile? The first mate yelled out, We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar. The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. Now west, she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. Okay. This is all fascinating stuff. Where next? And... music room. Here we go. Should open that. Make sure I don't get lost in this place. Reproductive system worksheet 6. Samantha Greenbriar, date 9/9/94. Below are 2 stories. The events are all out of order. Get a sheet of lined paper, choose one of the 2 stories, and rewrite it. Begin with the title and your name. Find a topic, sentence, begin your paragraph. Put the sentences in chronological order. Make sure the last sentence is a good concluding statement. I'm not going to read through all of this. Alone. Okay, I think she failed that assignment. Again, I don't want to get copyright smacked. Sorry. Damn it, I can't see under the lack of light. Orange cola. Irish whiskey. From the desk of Donald Phillips, publisher, Mercury Books Incorporated, to Mr. Terrence Gardner. I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with the publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. Damn. Vodka. Looks like his book failed. Oh, here it is. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry. Oi! Let Samantha know that she is welcome back at our house to visit any time.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Ah, yes. The coupons. Nothing. Hi, Lonnie. So, if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet up in the parking lot after the 6. Sam. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready. L.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic. Something's up there. Also, that's locked. Is that meant for us? Like that one note with the attic? So Dad's book has failed. And I guess Daniel came over. I think. I don't even know. Alright. That's locked. That's locked. We searched the entire downstairs. Alright. Weekly planner. Monday, couples bowling. Wednesday, cooking class. Take apron. Friday, ballroom dancing. Big meal for Terry and Sam. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with experience in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest. Effective 9/2/94, please see attached personal file. The overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, Senior Conservationist Kaitlin Greenbriar, is charged with the supervision of the transfer personnel. The duration of the transfer will be based upon the performance evaluation as well as a recommendation of the overseeing officer. Bratmobile, potty mouth for Sam. Oh my God.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Sam, stop leaving every damn light in the house on. You're as bad as your sister. Daniel called. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbriar, am 17 years old and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me and yet allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening as a normal, totally safe city on my own like a human being, and since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter Samantha. Well, I mean, they can take your keys. There's a lot of stuff to explore in here. Oh, this is Sam's room. How cool. Adventurous, the cat returns. Oh my God, I remember doing this when I was a kid. Oh God, that's awesome. As much as I want to listen to the music, I can't. I will get copyright struck. Which is sad, because I heard the music in this game is amazing. Ah, the big old CRT. Super Spitfire. Journey of Crystal. Sam, I think the creative writing track will be perfect for you, Mrs. Blaylock. Summer pre-college program for young scholars, 1995 session. One of the nation's most lauded private liberal arts and sciences universities is proud to announce the 14th annual summer program for young scholars. This program invites students of grade 10 and 11 to attend lectures, workshops, and discussions covering a wide variety of intellectual pursuits. By focusing on small group sessions and close faculty-student interactions, the program encourages young minds to thoroughly explore the areas of growth and enrichment as they approach the threshold of higher education. Beyond the effects of the program itself, 3 students from each track will be offered a full scholarship for their first year at Reed if they decide to attend the university full-time as undergraduates and are accepted by Reed's admissions board. Educators at students' schools have been provided with documentation outlining the specific requirements for each track and process for submitting portfolios and applications, blah, blah, blah. Huh. So that story that she wrote all the way back there probably got her fast track with that brochure. She might have failed the assignment, but... Oh, it's a nail file. I was like, what? Misfits. Pacific Institute of Art exhibition. Lots of old books here. Eraser, highlighter. Patty Smith, Biohazard, Dinosaur Jr., Lemonheads, Ice Cube, Groove. Grab Steggy? Stolly? It's Steggy. Steggy the Stegosaurus. Alright. Oh, great. 101.7 maybe? Of course. Sam had this in like 4th grade. It's the Bible. Got your number game? Captain Allegra is still floating in her floating skirt, sturdy jerk, and descended a single shining thread onto the lower cavern of the labyrinth. she and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. That's okay. First mate slid down from the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moss that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer, the king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment not too long before noticing the captain's gaze. First mate nodded silently ahead. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below, skeletal in rotted robes. The king was hunched over a blue orb, topping his royal scepter. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks of the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage up at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention and then you," but the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held the silk line, all traced by this invincible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 light squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his wait. No, the singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop, then turned and ran, the king chasing after her with a distressing speed. From the dark passage, much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. The line in Allegra's hand went taut and shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. Allegra ran, following the line, and came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. All right. Interesting story. Wait, what? Oh, there's 2 doors. Why is there 2 doors? Couldn't have 2 doors for a bedroom. It's a bathroom. Okay. Why is there blood? Oh, it's hair color.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, "I need to fix these roots. Think you could help?" Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. It's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy or good or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." and she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited, and the moment was gone.
Master bedroom, I assume. Yep, master bedroom. Dear Mom, Dad, and Sam, I am in Channel. This is my second passage through the Channel. I'm on my way back from London this time, going to Brussels in Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the Channel to come back here as a family sometime. I guess I could be convinced. Love you all, Katie. Unknown Dimension Literature. 6464 Michigan Avenue, Newark. Wait, I just had a thought. Where does everybody hide their secret diary? Aha! I see it. I see something down here. Name, Samantha Greenbriar, year 11. Not a challenging assignment. Metal plaque for family portrait. Reasonable subject, but not complex. When I said that Mom and Dad should be replaced with parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable leveling on edges. Show more pride in work. Your brother 150. Huh. Oh, I found something. $67 maybe? Okay. I obviously don't know what I'm doing. Hey Lonnie, I wrote this in first period and left it where you're in your locker on the way to second. It's what all the cool kids are doing. I've decided. Write me back. Also, here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle. Hey, this is a good idea. What all the other cool kids are doing is actually sending each other pages on their beepers. But we're cooler than them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. The drawing of cats was so good that I added a background to it to make it even better. Maybe I should just stick to writing though. I like it. How did you know they were about to get abducted by aliens? I'm looking at Mr. Fish right now. I feel like he probably would have had a lot of cats. Also, like his secret shame is that he watches 90210 religiously. I'm going to ask him about the cats after class. He said he has 2 cats and that he's never watched 90210, but I can see it in his eyes. He was lying. Damn it. Hold on. What was that? 1991? 3091? I'm just trying random things. 119. I don't know. Dear Jan, oh honey, let me tell you, I understand how you feel. Bob and I have had our down periods. It's become a bit of a way of life, actually. You get used to each other, you live your own lives in the same house. The kids grow up, they go away. I'm sorry this isn't helping, is it? Don't worry. Terry will get over whatever's distracting him. Things will go back to normal. And as for Sam being distant, that's the teenager for you. Nothing to worry about. In the meantime, though, this controlled burn, that sounds like quite the adventure. Let's cut to the chase. This new ranger they sent, that's what I want to hear about. Ranger Rick? You have to be kidding me. It's too perfect. You have to tell me everything and send pictures. I want the whole package. Wait, that sounded wrong. Keep your chin up until Terry is out of his slump, and in the meantime, write more letters to your old friend Carol. She adores them. Carol. Aw, Mitten. Yee. What the hell could that combination be? Mom's purse is still here, so she should be coming back. Nothing important. Damn it. What could the combination be? Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass. Okay. Looks like there's going to be a tornado outside any minute. Jesus. Oh, the TV. Oh. Sundance Kid. All the President's Men. Sound of Music. Silence of the Lambs. Bridge on the River Kwai. Is it? I had this exact same wardrobe growing up for my television. This is just weird. Ugh. Exactly. Just ugh. Watercolor painting. And there's nothing in here. Damn it, I'm lost. Well, not really lost, I'm just... no clues on what to do for the... Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Sam. Ghost Hunter Journal. Oh, man. August 31st, 1994, 1:19 a.m. A tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one was there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? Note, I was not wearing my glasses. September 3rd, 1994. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello. Did not investigate. Probably was the furnace. September 9th, 1994. Poured milk from the carton in the fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure that the spirits can sour milk. Milk was just bought just yesterday. Oh. Ooh, also ghost milk. Ooh. October 9th, 1994. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. I suddenly began to feel cold. We built a protective pillow for it. October 22nd. Lonnie and I employ Ouija board as a medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar is definitely here. October 28th to October 29th. Enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night and help patrol premises, recording any signs of otherworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remain unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in attic, probably due to leaky roof. Sample taken just in case. Despite all of our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. all in a successful night. Hey, Sam, you were asking what my J-C ribbons meant? Here's a handy guide. Orienteering, this means that the Army thinks that I can find my way around. Rifle team, the Army has branded me a certified killing machine. Adventure training, I am board adventurous. And no borders can hold me, the Army recognizes this. So if you didn't think I was cool before, now you do with Lonnie. Ah, yes. Naturally. All that's left is the sitting room. Really hope there's something in here. Otherwise, I might need to resort to a guide. Performance evaluation. Richard, for Janice Greenbriar. Richard, okay. Ranger Patermock has been indispensable during the course of the prescribed burn preparation and execution. I believe his expertise, I think that's supposed to be expertise, and dedication have been the deciding factor in the success of a very complex and challenging conservation effort. In the opinion of Flintlock Forest staff, Rick's contributions to daily operations have become essential to the outfit's continuing success. To this end, I will be formally submitting a paperwork request his permanent reassignments to this facility. Halloween show, the Misfits, they're awesome. Don't forget your costume, 10/29, 9 p.m.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
This is the sewing room, apparently. I didn't know there was a room dedicated only to sewing. That is so cool. I don't sew, but I still want one of these very, very badly. Imagine a computer desk being like this. You don't want to use the computer right now? Okay, just fold it away. Lonnie, holy crap, I was in the library and I noticed something in the corner and found a secret passage, and it had Oscar's creepy old stuff with this. There's a secret... Really? Okay, that's something. Oh, wait. Captain Allegra and the first mate, your costume and my costume. Ah. Okay, that's sweet. That's wholesome. Get out of here. Wildfire. He saved her from raging flames, and then things really heated up. Trashy romance novels. So... okay, we gotta head back to Mom and Dad's bedroom then. There's... yeah, in here. Secret... a panel? That is creepy. I love it. Ghost Hunter's investigation log. Hidden compartments found 3103. Library, upstairs hall, and foyer. Huh, there's a compartment across away from... I would have never seen it. Thank you, map. There's also one in here. Think around... Nope. Okay. So if I'm coming in through this door, which is right here, it would be on the other wall. So it should be around here. Ah! Misfits Saturday, October 29th, plus special guest Maidenhead.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous. After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Mm-hmm. That's really sweet. Half of Sam's locker combination was added to the backpack. Okay. Heaven at the end of the world. Private do not read. The Green Glacier Part 2. Allegra and her scouting party peered down warily through the dense canopy of rustling leaves from her perch high in the forest branches. Near feet away, sunlight shone brightly of the inner ice walls of the glacier basin in which the forest grew. Thunder and wind. It was a strange sight indeed, such lushness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. The first mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His life hung in the balance. "We have to hurry," her party followed behind, moving quietly as the breeze through the greenery. Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop!" She saw the Queen Amazonian up on her pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted no and flung her saber at the Amazon's reaching hand, but it was too late. First mate screamed as he fell towards the water and splashed down, and all was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She had been a moment too late. But then from the vat something began to emerge. A head of dark brown hair, just like the first mate's, and the shoulders and sleeves of his coat soaking wet. But as the figure stood and the water poured down, Allegra saw that the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man at all. In fact, what looked back at her were the eyes, the face, the hair, and the hands and body of a woman. Still in the first mate's clothes, still the first mate, she spoke in a soft and clear voice. "Captain?" The Amazonian queen said, "She is one of us now. She is ours." Allegra drew her magical flintlock pistols from her belt, and her crew readied their swords. Allegra glared into the queen's eyes and said, "That's the love of my life, and you can't have her." I would read the hell out of that series, honestly. Let's see. Check. So, upstairs. Right across from Sam's room. So, somewhere right here. The Ouija board! There are several rules to using these things. One of which is you never, ever, 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 never, under any fucking circumstances, ever play alone. Secondly, you must always say goodbye when you're done, or else. You said goodbye, right? 051. Zero 501. Ah. Our passport. My boarding pass. Let's go ahead and put this back. Alright, now we can finally open the locker. 050 1. This must be Lonnie.
Lonnie came over today, but everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Yes! Yes! Ah. Gosh, Sam. The basement? So Sam started smoking, it looks like. Do we have a basement? Must be that lock on the... Ah, over here. You know, I completely forgot to shut the front door of the house. Let me go fix that. Let's see here. This way. I'm so happy for Sam. So, we do have a creepy-ass basement. Oscar, I swear to God, if you try to haunt me down here, I'm gonna exorcise you into the shadow realm. Dear Samantha, I'd like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes, and also it was weird being around your parents for that long, but it was pretty funny how impossible it is for your dad not to be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Dear Mr. Soto, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate following the the aforementioned meal with my parents. Your family's Thanksgiving feast was the more enjoyable of the two events, I must say. I especially appreciated the time I spent with your grandmother, who is a lovely woman with sterling taste and a refined air. Let's do it again, same time next year, shall we? Indeed, Madam Samantha L. Greenbriar, Esquire. You blame me? You blame me for what? You ordered pizza, didn't you? Aw, that's cute.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around... Well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating?
Gasp.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone, or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
Aw. That's wholesome. Yes, and tabletop sim. You got tabletop sim? Cool! Ooh, there's a boiler down here. Oh man, one of my old sex ed assignments. God, how much of my old school stuff is... I wonder how much of it I still have. Anyways, I am very glad that you blame me for Tabletop Sim, because Tabletop Sim is awesome. Hello, boiler and furnace. Just for perfect draw and unit. Yeah, yeah. And all the other tabletop games we're gonna play. Dear Samantha Greenbriar, we would like to congratulate you on your acceptance to the creative writing track of Reed College Summer Program for Young Scholars 1995. Such as, well, basically anything we want to. There is a mod for literally any game you can think of. D&D, Pathfinder, Perfect Draw, the Danganronpa game. You think it, we can play it. I know, but why? You know what? I'll get back to you on that. Based on your portfolio and academic record, we are also pleased to offer you a financial aid to cover 70... I only want to play Monop. Ah. Pleased to offer you financial aid to cover 75% of the summer program's tuition and fees. The attached documentation contains specifics regarding your schedule, optional secondary track sessions, and your dormitory assignment. We very much look forward to your participation in the summer program, and again, congratulations. Cool.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for?
Oh.
I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Damn. That has to hurt. Books, books, books aplenty. $14-karat gold heart pendant in 2 halves, customizable with up to 10 letters, names, dates, initials, anything you can dream up. Gift box, important. Ooh. One of Dad's books with something stuck to it. Thank you for sending along a copy of your newly published book. An author's first published manuscript is a momentous occasion. I read it this afternoon, and I certainly recognize my son in the subject matter. An author's work is the externalization of what he holds dear and that which he fears, and in this respect I believe your work was successful. But the lens through which the personal shone was needlessly clouded by the genre cliches and implausible dime store science fictional Deus ex machina. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal that is publication, and rest assured that readers of your chosen genre will lap up copies hungrily. But I urge you to shed artifice. You can do better. With the Father's love and encouragement, Richard Greenbriar, Ph.D. So it looks like Dad got mad at Grandpa for that. Tore out his face on the picture. One of Granddad's books. Joyce, a complete understanding. Mom's citizenship stuff. United States of America Certificate of Naturalization. On July 20th, 1972, the court, having found that Janice Elizabeth Connolly Greenbriar, then residing at 1010 Fifth Avenue, Seattle, Washington, intends to reside permanently in the United States and is comply with the applicable provisions of such naturalization laws, and was entitled to be admitted to citizenship, thereupon ordered that such person be, and she was admitted as a citizen of the United States of America. In testimony whereof the seal of the court is hereunder affixed this 20th day of July in the year of our Lord 1972. What is this place? Oh, junk room. There's a... I don't want to go in there quite yet. Can you shut up, Weather? Is there a bathroom in here? Servants' quarters. Ah. Oh, it doesn't work. An old toy. Wait, there's a safe here. Oh, there's a floor plan. Wait. Hold on. Okay, there was a closet here. Terry, age 12, Thanksgiving, 1963. What are the chances? I got an achievement for guessing that before finding the code. I just saw this in red ink and I was like, huh. I'll just go ahead and open that later once I actually find the code. I don't want to cheat the game. Yolanda DeSoto. It's part of the game. Dear Sam, I'm so happy you liked the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. Knew you'd be able to tell. You love Mexico, I think, probably. The nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate. Also, on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them. And then I think of them together, out there in the wilderness together, and I start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're together again. I haven't done a good job, okay? But I tried. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got to me the day before we start driving back north. We'll be racing this letter home. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. We'll have to spend so much time together in the dark room. To amor, Lonnie. X-ray specs. They paid for the pendant. Oh, that's sweet.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
As you should. Alright, what did these do? Eh? Huh. Well, in any case, now that we've explored the servants' quarters, it's time to take a peek behind that, this thing. Hello there. Where are we? We're behind the kitchen. Women outlaws. The Great Goodfellow Riot of '95. Huh. So they were making comic books down here? To Samantha Greenbriar from Principal Sheldon Crossman. Dear Miss Greenbriar, I appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact that the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker is in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention to yourself, which I believe is what you claim began this whole incident in the first place.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
That's fair. That's a lie to mom and dad's situation, but it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so... Psycho House Girl. The coolest stuff about being the Psycho House Girl. Cool thing number one, everybody in the hall thinking you don't know they're looking at you, and then whispering as you walk past because I guess they haven't heard of the peripheral. Costumes, skeletons and devils, cheerleaders from the Smells Like Teenage Spear video, one girl dressed like Jackie Kennedy. There's a door here. We're back here. So we've unlocked this side of the house now, at least. But, wait a minute. What's in here? Oh, it's another secret panel. What's this? The guest room. Oh my god. That is so cool. So now I can just... That is the coolest fucking thing. Well, it's time to search this side of the house. Maybe I'll find that combination. If I close this panel, I'm afraid I'm going to forget where it is. Ah, Spanish textbook. Hey, Lonnie. Sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her force is like an hour away. Then when she is home, she takes it out on you because you're not a member of the family. She knows you won't call her on it. I'm sorry. It's okay, I know she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being totally serious. My mom is a psycho Christian and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you would rather live with your mom in Florida? No! Man. Due to your exemplary management of the Flintlock prescribed burn operation last year and the service's need for experienced personnel to direct regional operations, we would like to offer you the position of Regional Conservation Management Director responsible for the operations throughout Northwest Oregon. Your post would no longer be the Flintlock National Forest. Instead, you would work in the Regional Management Office located at 128 Bullhorn Road. Your assistance would be sought in selecting a ranger to fill your former post. Please respond as soon as possible regarding your decision. We very much are looking forward to your reply. So Mom got promoted. When is that storm gonna let up? Ooh, hold on. Huh. I might keep this in a secure location, because that might be a code. There we are. Now, it looks like I've got 3 doors to inspect in here. Oh, wait. I'm wrong. There's more. Oh, it's the dining room. One of the panels. Booted out, a going away show for Lonnie D. Girl Scouts' last show ever.
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
Ooh. Alright. Looks like I still got a lot of things to do. So we're going to be right back. I'm going to go grab myself a drink so that I don't die of thirst over here. Back in a second. All right, we're back. Let's continue on. So I think it only makes sense for me to start from down at the end of this hall So from like right here and work my way downwards. We can't have that much more left in the house to look through. Aside from the attic, there's nothing left upstairs. So we might be coming to the end soon. And I'm loving the story they're spreading so far. Alright. Here we go. Ah, a closet. Indeed. Sam, this skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico. And it was like $3 American. Love it. Merry Xmas. Miss you. L. P.S. Treasure it always. So, wait. That's where the skull came from? That's so cool. Oh. Rancho en Mexico. Made in Mexico. All right. Shut up, Lightning! We're busy reading through this girl's life. Oh, okay. Oh, right. I didn't look at the postcard. Hold on. There was a postcard all the way down here. From Barcelona. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. I have a wonderful time on the beaches of Barcelona. Dad and Sam, I think you would like the Gaudi architecture. It is from a strange alien world. I'm heading to my final destination, Amsterdam. For how long? That depends. I'm running low on money. I will look for a cheap standby ticket and call you when I'm heading home. Sorry for the short notice. I can't wait to see you all again. It's good to be home. Here we are in the dining room. Mom's purse again. Manual for Forestry Research and Education. Hi, Jan. I got 2 tickets for EWF on Thursday, but my girlfriend says she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again, so that leaves me with an extra ticket that I thought you might be interested in. More fun than clearing brush in the freezing rain, right? Rick. Huh. Is Mom cheating on Dad? And is Rick cheating on his girlfriend? Sam, since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges and from using your car for anything but for going to and from school. We understand that you are going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school. And clearly, once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course so that this won't have to happen again. What? Oh.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, Is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying or something, but they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
Fuck, man. You don't just discount your kids' feelings like that. Dumbasses. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. The Vatican is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still has a lot of money left over from the Middle Ages. I've gotten to see all the art, including the Sistine Chapel ceiling and sculptures by Michelangelo, Donatello, and the rest of the Ninja Turtles. Mom, we'll have to come back together. I would love to be here with someone who really appreciates the history behind everything. Also, Sam, they have various relics, as in pieces of important dead people, so you should come too. Next stop, Barcelona. Calm down, Dad. I won't get gored by a bull. Probably. Idiots. Idiot parents. Don't just discount your kids' feelings. Even if it is just a phase. It's still something that they're experiencing, and you need to take part in. You need to support their choices, even if they're temporary. You only need to stop them if you know it's wrong and dangerous. This was neither. The Accidental Warrior, Terrence L. Greenbriar. Don't give up on this one, honey. That one's actually kind of sweet. Still dumbass parents, though. Another cassette that I'm not going to be able to listen to because copyright is scary. Huh. Sam's schedule, working at Crown Burger on Benthel Road. Oh, you got a job. Nice going, Sam. Oh. Frozen spinach, frozen veggies, frozen fish sticks. Nice. Ah, this looks like something I would try. Cheese, condiments, milk, ketchup. I was hoping there'd be a secret in here. All the way closed, thank you. Nothing in that drawer. Samantha and Daniel were in the woods one day. It was a sunny and they were on an adventure. But they went to the bad part of the wood and it got dark. Daniel said, "Are you scared?" So Samantha said, "No." "Are you?" They left. They laughed and went more into the bad part. And then they went on to a part that was never there before. And there was a ship, a pirate ship. On the ocean, Samantha said, "I'll be captain and you'll be the first mate." Daniel said, "Aye, aye, captain." And they went on the pirate ship and started sailing away.
Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it, and then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. For some reason, I almost believed him.
Almost. Yeah, June 5th, 1995. So, yeah, they're in the middle of their anniversary trip. They won't be back for a couple of days. And I guarantee you, Katie is going to have some very strong words if she's a good sister. Ooh, boy. Man, I wish I had a calendar this big. Congratulations on your new position. Dear Regional Conservation Director Greenbriar, having received your formal acceptance letter, I write to congratulate you on your new position as Regional Conservationist Director. Oh, good. Mom did get promoted. That means she'll be away for a bit as well. Just the pantry. There's 2 more rooms we can check out at least. Looks like they're not even fully moved into the house yet. Looks like a lot of junk. Hold on. What's this? Is this a garden shed or something? Oh, it's the garage.
I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot, really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions, no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country? The other side of the world? My mind, can't process it. She's really going to be gone. Just gone.
I can't even begin to imagine that. Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend, celebrating our anniversary June 3rd through 7th. We will be camping in the gorge, but we will give you a call on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still mid-renovation. We never trust a contractor. Ha! $40 is on the table to order pizza while we're gone. Be good, Dad. $40 for pizza? That could maybe get her a week. If she rations. Oh, looks like she quit her job. Either that or she got a new name tag. Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so we'll have the run of the whole house till you leave. Imagine actually spending the night in my room instead of sneaking out to our usual spot in the attic. Not that the attic doesn't have its musty allure, but my bedroom is warmer. Sam, we should defile your parents' bed while they're gone. That'll show them. Lonnie, you're so gross. Never change. Basic is basic. How long have we been trying to track you down? Worry not. We aren't the feds, the men in black, or any other sort of creeping fascist hobgoblins. In fact, we're on your side. Let me start from the beginning. I know Dimensions is what you might call a specialist publishing house. We traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten by a small but dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles type out there. Mass marketing refuses to be taking on anything but its own terms. We've had an unparalleled run since our inception 4 years ago, unearthing and reviving Christ or zombie-like timeless works such as N.N. Bestman's Message of the Snakeman, It's Inside Me by Jens Keller, and Amy Krieger's off-band Venusian Flesh Traders. But ever since we discovered tattered copies of your Accidental series in a church rummage sale in Long Branch, New Jersey, we've been trying to track down the author of this weird and dark American outsider art. John Russell, mired-mannered insurance agent by day, reckless history revising sociopath by night, is the twisted peacekeeper that modern suburban America deserves. It is our mission to bring it back to life. We want your permission to reprint the work since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago. We want you to supply a new foreword for the books to appear in our brand new editions of The Accidental Savior and Accidental Pariah, to be produced by Unknown Dimensions as a limited run and marketed directly by our... Oh! So... Thank you, Lightning. So Dad's book got picked back up again. That's cool. All right. Well... now there's just 2 rooms left to check. And of course one's a bathroom. What's this? Ah. And there's nothing in here. So here we go. The last room. It's... oh, laundry room. And a greenhouse, it looks like. Man, I know what this is. This is a wash basin tub to get those really gritty stains out. But we don't have those in the States. We have these, though. These are everywhere. Except dryers don't open like that. They open like normal doors. What do you mean a note? Sam, I wish I knew how to explain it better. The Army is this thing I grew up with. It's part of me. My dad's Army friends are like family. I've always known it was where I'd end up. I never thought of it any other way. I wish things could be different. Maybe someday when I'm settled at a base and you're done with college and you're a famous writer and I can rebuild a tank engine with my eyes closed, things will be different and we can be together. Until then, L. Oh. This is an amazing love story. Another typewriter desk, huh? Yep, it's a greenhouse. This is the last room in the house. Cover copy. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved the president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future, of danger and excitement, the days where he mattered. So, when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No. The life you save this time will be your own. Ooh. Dear Kaz, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you very much for sending along copies of the new editions. The cover art is really something. I know you said that Unknown Dimension isn't the business of printing new material, but this revived interest in my work has brought on a wave of inspiration, resulting in a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you may find intriguing. It is reflective and introspective without forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimensions readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimension to pursue. At the very least, I'm grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite when I thought they had. That's nice. The Accidental Human. Strong Pines, a couples counseling retreat. Oh! Couples counseling. Oh no. Their marriage is having trouble. Where we'll do it. Secret door under the stairs. Midnight, June 5th. Final preparations are complete.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past. And there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
So there's a secret door here. What? Why is there... I have several questions. Why is there a satanic ritual here inside the secret under the stairs thing? Possession and exorcism, interacting with the supernatural, and releasing unwanted spirits. Okay. They tried to exorcise him. I don't know if it worked. Oh, key to the attic.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Before we do that, there's one thing I want to check. I haven't found the code to the safe somewhere else in the house yet. But I'm not going to finish this game and go up in the attic without going and seeing what it is. Because unless there's an entire another level, like an entire other map up in the attic, I think we're almost done here. So, I'm going to find that safe again and open it. I think it's in here. Bottles. Morphine? Aileron. Return to sender. Dear sister, I write that what shall be my last appeal to go unanswered, one way or the other. I feel a prisoner, as on an island with no jailer, no human soul for commune, only my one mind examining itself, endlessly searching for relief. In the years since transgression, I have sought no absolution, only bare forgiveness. In good faith, I have removed myself from all temptation, sacrificed to prove my commitment, however I can imagine. Since mother's passing, I have yearned for nothing more than the acknowledgement of my own kin, to be treated as human again, to breathe the air of human spirit once more. By grace, even a wretch like me could be saved, but I do not expect it. If not response is received, I shall henceforth accept my sentence and one day simply cease to be. What did he do? That's just the last question. What did Oscar do to be labeled the psycho? That's literally it. Well, it's time to head up to the attic. Yeah, try that on Game Theory. What did Oscar do? Because unless I'm missing a huge part of this story, I don't know why he's labeled as the Psycho House. Still a lot of things left unanswered, but let's head upstairs.
Oh my God. Katie. I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. she'd been on the bus to basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
I'm about to fucking cry. Developer fluid. Fuck, I'm about to cry.
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again someday. Love, Sam.
That. Oh my god. Fulbright, you crazy people, you made an amazing story. I'm gonna find out what other games you made so I can just. That was awesome. That was amazing. I loved every moment of it. But I had to mute this. That was an amazing story. I just... Oh my god. I'm about to fucking cry. I'm just gonna leave you guys with the credits. I can't add on to this any more than the game already has. So, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when I stream. Well, I don't know what yet, but I'll figure it out. But until next time, be sure to make an impact in someone's life today and make it a great one. Catch you all later. Take care.